just so you can get an idea. The spray paint job is done. Welcome to today's video, actually. It's been, I know it's been like a month since I picked up the camera. I hear noises. Our house faces this property. There's a house in behind over there, but it's forest. And there's always something in the woods that's just, I don't know, kind of creepy. But I buffed the car today. It's just spray paint, no clear coat, and some spots came out okay. Like the trunk came out okay, although when I buffed it, I burned the edges a little bit and just kind of wiped off all the paint on a lot of the spots, like on the door, all the high spots typically, all the edges, which made me kind of sad. You know, I can go back and get a little bit of paint and kind of blend it in if I could, but being that this car's black, it's going to be super difficult. Some spots are a little hazy. Again, massive burn there. I was planning on putting clear coat on top of this, so this is just Rust-Oleum spray paint, and I saw a lot of orange peel on it, and you probably did in the last video, and I fixed the little bubble reaction here, and I had a big run over here. I think it was like somewhere across here. I fixed that. I didn't put it on camera because, well, to be honest, I figured it might be boring. A lot of the spots, that's polishing compound in there, but as you can see, the paint rubbed off a lot more than I wanted. My goal with this was to just kind of blend in. Like, I wanted to paint it, and if you see this car driving down the road, you wouldn't look twice at it. It's like, oh, that's just a black IS300, which, oh, never mind, this is probably the worst. So you can see a lot of burn through on the paint. And, well, here's the deal. I'm not happy with how it turned out, and a lot of you guys are upset that I ruined the car and that I should have done this or professional paint of Mako. Some of you guys said I should wrap it because it'll look better, and I agree with you. I had to learn the lesson the hard way. You know, I spent, I'm gonna make up a number, I think somewhere in the neighborhood of $100 with the primer, paint, sandpaper, and all the other consumables. So it is a spray paint job, $100, and I still have some paint left, so I can go back and touch up some of these areas, but at the end of the day, it's a spray paint job. And I don't know, I consider myself okay at spray painting. Like, I've spray painted tons of things. I've always turned out decent, and I've seen, you know, cars that have been spray painted on the road, and it's like, that's terrible, I bet I can do it. And that turned into the idea of like, I can do a better job, and I can do a amazing job with spray paint, or good enough, I guess. But here it is. I don't know how you can tell on camera, it's super scratchy still. I sanded it with 400 grit, then I did a little bit of 1200 or 1000 grit, I can't remember, and you can still see the scratches. I'm gonna blame that on me and my paint correction abilities, because again, first time ever buffing a car, and I mean, at least you can see the reflection, right? Like, you can see me somewhat hazy, but you can see me some spots better than others. Like, you know, you can see yourself, right? So but then you look at something that came black from a factory and it looks better, even though this car sits outside for most of its life and, you know, tons of miles or anything. You can see that, oh, that's a normal car. You look at this, it's like, oh, what is wrong with you? Why are you so weird? I don't know. I buffed it and it looked better than I washed it, and now it's kind of dull again. But yep, that is a lesson I learned the hard way. A $100 lesson or so. And my arms are killing me from using the buffer. Like, both of my palms are just in pain. I am kind of embarrassed, but at the same time, I am videoing it so you can see my struggles. If you're asking yourself, why didn't you put 2K clear coat on it? Why just leave the base coat on there? Well, reason one is I had a lot of orange peel just with the Rust-Oleum black, and everything I read online, you don't want to put clear coat on top of orange peel because it won't hide all the dimples, it will just make them worse. So I sanded it and then I decided to buff it, and after seeing the reflections, like, oh, maybe I don't need the clear coat because it's a spray paint job. So I don't know, I'm like trying to dig at it with my nail and it's not digging through, so I wouldn't call that durable by any means. I'm sure bugs and rock chips are just gonna destroy this paint. I don't want to be a downer, but I kind of wish I didn't spray paint it the car at all. Like, I should just left it alone, because after putting all this time and effort, and I didn't put too much money into this, right, $100 or so, I'm not happy with it, right? And I can put it back together and I can do the little touches, you know, here, wherever, pretty much everywhere, and it will look okay from 50 feet. I won't be happy with it. That comes to the next point, which birds, oh my god, it's super messy. We have two types of vinyls, right? We have this one, which it's I don't know if you can see in this lighting, but it's a gray, a dark gray, which I was saving it for the FRS, spoiler. And this one, which is it was supposed to be Nardo gray, but it's not Nardo gray. It's like a super like blue hue tone version of Nardo gray, which is not a bad color. I have those two colors, and the reason I bring this up is because I was about to put the car back together as far as headlights, taillights, and pretty much everything else. And well, it's like, what if I just wrap it? Like, it's already taken apart. I haven't even started on the front and rear bumper for the paint. They're still blue. So why don't I just wrap it? Cut my losses. It's a lesson I learned the hard way. Just cut my losses and start over and just vinyl it. I'm not saying vinyling the car is going to be like, oh, super easy and awesome, but I won't have to worry about super haziness. I'm not in a hurry to get this car done. I just wanted to get it to a point where I can start driving it again. It's been sitting for like a month and a half, and my interest is on that car. Like, I want to put coilovers on it, which I'm trying to source. I have the Rocket Bunny kit and pretty much play with that car, and the IS300 is kind of taking up all the time. And I even I scuffed this door jamb because it's still blue, right? Like, I don't know, the car from factory was a pretty blue. So much work. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know why I have an accent. I'm not even Irish. Oh, there we go. None scuffed. See, that was a decent blue, but my car was repainted to a different flattish, darker blue, which I wish it had decent paint, and I would have left it alone. But no. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Schnitzel, schnitzel, schnitzel. Let's wrap this up. What did we learn? Spray painting a car, not a good idea. Bad idea unless you really don't care about the car, how the car looks. Being that you're painting it might say that you care what it looks for a little bit, but if this was like an off-road dune buggy or whatever, I wouldn't care. I really thought buffing it was going to be the answer to being crappy. Again, the best part's probably this trunk, but it's not enough to save the whole paint job, if you will. Like I said, I have vinyl, but I don't know. I'm kind of discouraged right now. I'm kind of in the gutter, kind of discouraged. Thought it would come out a little tiny bit better. Again, that's just my fault, my ability, whatever. Yep. If you made it this far, hi, thank you. I haven't really been making videos because I don't like making these kinds of talky videos. Here's a talky video because I don't really have anything else as far as content goes. As far as the FRS, everything, it's just been my daily driver, really. I signed up for a couple drift events and they were both sold out, or registration was full, that's what I was trying to say. And I didn't really get to drive at all. So, who knows? I can't say I don't care how the car looks because I'm kind of embarrassed by this paint job, so oh well, stay tuned. There is a turbo kit that's local here for sale. It hasn't, I don't know, I might lowball the guy. If we get it, cool, and there'll be something we can do to the car. Awesome, if not, I don't know. Look, in the dark, from like 15 feet, it just looks like a normal black IS300. I should have listened to you guys. Spray paint a car. Don't do it. I learned the hard way. even though I thought I was okay with spray painting. Sometimes you just gotta be wrong, and that's okay. So I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully really soon. It won't be another month, I promise.